Hello students, I hope you have seen the earlier videos, and in this video we are also again we are going to continue with the chapter sectors of Indian economy. In the last video we have discussed about GDP, and here we will start with the Manrega, that is MG Narega. Earlier it was there Narega and now it is there MG Narega. What is MG Narega? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. What is Manrega? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It was implemented in 2005. It was implemented in 2005. What was the work of the Manrega? The work of the Manrega was there that the government is providing the 100 days assured work to the rural poor, rural needy person. Government is providing the work. If the government is not able to provide the work, then what the government is doing? Government is giving the 100 days allowance to the person. Let's see what is there Manrega. It is called Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It was implemented in 2005. Under this scheme, all those who are able to, means those who are able to do the work and are in need, and they are able to, as well as they are in need of work in rural areas. It is only for the rural areas because it is rural areas are guaranteed 100 days employment. It is given by the government in a year. By the government means within 1 year government is providing 100 days work, right? So it is the central government in India make a law implementing the right to work. We can say MG Narega as right to work too, right to work in about 625 districts of the India. And what is there? It provides 100 days work or employment to the person. If the government is not able to provide or fails to provide the 100 days employment, what the government is doing? Government is providing 100 days allowance to the person, right? This is MG Narega. Now next thing is their division of sectors as organized and unorganized, right? Division of sector as organized and unorganized. Please keep one thing in your mind: whenever you will see the video, please open your book with this video. So let's continue. Division of sectors as organized and unorganized. What is organized sector? Organized sector, all those enterprise or place of work. What is there? All the sectors, all the places of work where the terms of employment are regular, where the job is regular, where the work is regular, as well as people have assured work, means regularity, continuity of work is there, and surety of work is there. They are registered to the government, as well as these organized sectors are registered to the government and have follow its rules and regulations. Organized sectors has to follow the rules and regulations. What is there in organized sector? Organized sector covers those enterprise or places of work where the term of employment are regular and therefore people have assured work. They are registered by the government and have to follow its rules and regulations which are given in various laws, right? Such as Factory Act, Minimum Wages Act, right? And another thing is there in organized sector. It is called organized because it has formal processes and procedures. Some of these people may not be employed, be anyone, but may work on their own, but they are to have to register themselves by the government or with the government and follows the rules and regulations. And what is there in the organized sector? Workers are organized with and enjoy the security of employment. In organized there is security of employment. In organized sector there is security of employment, as well as what is there are fixed working hours. There are fixed working hours. And what else is there? If they are doing it means if the work is more, if the work is more in the organized sector, then what is there? They have to be paid overtime by the employer. They also get several other benefits from the employer like TA, DA, traveling allowance, diet allowance, and many other things. Right? This was their organized sector, and now unorganized sector. And what else is there? One more, two more things are there in organized sector. They are getting, workers are getting the paid leaves. Workers are getting the paid leaves. Paid leaves means they are like Sunday. The in the government offices or in the organized sector, person or the employees are not going in the offices, but they are getting the salaries. And CL also they are getting. CL means casual leaves. They are also getting. On that leaves, the salary is not deducted by the employer. And they are supposed to be get medical benefits, and that is medical benefits means the government is providing the, or the organized sector is providing the medical benefits to the employees, right? This was there in the organized sector. And unorganized sector, the unorganized sector is characterized by small and scattered units. Scattered means small is छोटी छोटी, and scattered means not so close, बिखरी हुई, right? Scattered units which are largely outside of government control, means it is out of, unorganized sector is out of government control. There are rules and regulations, but these are not followed by the unorganized sector. Jobs are there, but low paid. Their salary is less, often not regular, and the jobs are not regular. Here two examples are there in our book. Right, one is of Kamala, and I think one is of Kamal. So please read that example in from the book. And now next thing, another things are there in the unorganized sector, that the sector include a large number of people who are employed on their own doing small jobs such as selling on the street or doing repair work. Similarly, farmers on their own and hire laborers and as and when they require. What are they doing? They suppose small what they are doing, they are hiring the laborers. The small factories, what the people are doing, they are hiring the laborers, and whenever they are required, and afterwards they are removing them from the jobs. That is, and job security is not there in the unorganized sector. How we can protect the employees of the unorganized sector? How to protect the workers in the unorganized sector? How we can protect the workers in the unorganized sector? It can be done by the government by making new laws, and whatever the old laws are there, and by implementing those old laws in the proper manner. By that we can protect the workers in the unorganized sector. Now next thing is there sectors in terms of ownership. Next thing is there sectors in terms of ownership. On the basis of ownership, sector is divided into two parts. These sectors are divided into two parts. Number one, private sector, and number two, public sector. What is there? Private sector and public sector. Public sector and private sector. What is there in private sector? In the private sector, ownership or the assets and whatever the things are there, that is owned by individual. It is owned by individual, means suppose this board, the school, our school, it is a private property. So it is a private sector. And public sector means the sectors, that is the areas that are controlled by the government, that is known as the public sector. Right? What is private sector? Private sector means the sector, the areas or the work that is controlled by the private body, it is known or the individual body, it is known as the private sector. Right? And the public sector, the sector with the area and the work that is controlled by the government for the welfare, and the work that is done by the government for the welfare of the people, that is known as the public sector. So here our chapter is over, and I hope you will see the video and make the notes in a proper manner. So thank you. Be safe, be healthy.